The detention cell hummed with the low frequency of the ship's engines as Dr. Sarah Chin finished applying the neural interface patches to the alien prisoners' temples. The Zelenari female, designated Subject 7 by the research team, watched, her with those unsettling violet eyes that seemed to hold depths of ancient knowledge. "This won't hurt," Sarah said softly, though she knew the translator would render her words in the clicking, melodic tones of the Zelenari language. "We're just going to establish a basic mental link to facilitate communication." Subject 7's chitinous exoskeleton gleamed under the harsh lights, her forearms restrained by energy bonds that crackled softly. She had been captured during the failed assault on Colony Prime, one of the few survivors when humanity's defenses had shattered the Zelenari fleet. For 3 months, she had refused all attempts at interrogation, maintaining a stoic silence that frustrated even the most experienced xenopsychologists. The neural interface activated with a soft chime. Sarah felt the familiar tingle as her consciousness brushed against the alien mind, expecting the usual barriers and hostile thoughts she'd encountered with other prisoners. Instead, she was overwhelmed by a tsunami of sensation. Joy, pure, unbridled. Joy. The emotion crashed through Sarah's mind like a wave, followed by something she had never felt before, a sense of completeness, as if a missing piece of her soul had suddenly clicked into place. Through the link, she felt Subject 7's entire being light up with an intensity that made Sarah gasp and stumble backward. "Dr. Chun!" Lieutenant Morrison rushed to steady her. "Are you all right?" Sarah's hands trembled as she regained her balance, but she couldn't tear her eyes away from the alien. Subject 7's posture had changed entirely. Where before she had sat rigid with defiance, now she leaned forward eagerly, her four hands pressed against the energy bonds as if trying to reach through them. "What did you do to me?" Subject 7 spoke for the first time, her translated voice carrying a note of wonder. "That feeling, I have searched for it across a dozen star systems. I don't understand," Sarah stammered, checking the interface readings. Everything appeared normal, but the emotional feedback was unlike anything in the xenopsychology textbooks. "It's just a standard neural link for communication." Subject 7's eyes Zara. Sarah suddenly knew her name was Zara fixed on her with desperate intensity. "No, it is more. Among my people, we have legends of the Kef Moran the Soul Song that calls to us across the void. I felt it just now, flowing from your mind to mine." Sarah felt her scientific training warring with the inexplicable connection she sensed through the link. The readings showed harmonic resonance patterns that shouldn't exist between species separated by millions of years of evolution. Yet the data was undeniable. The Kef Moran is said to occur when two consciousness frequencies achieve perfect synchronization, Zara continued, her voice growing stronger. "It is the foundation of our deepest spiritual beliefs. We thought it was only possible between Zelenari, but you humans. This is impossible," Dr. Martinez, the head xenobiologist, interrupted as he reviewed the data streams. "The neural architecture is completely different. There's no way. Yet it happened," Sarah said quietly, never breaking eye contact with Zara. Through the link, she could feel the alien Zara's mind, like a gentle current flowing alongside her own thoughts. It was the most natural thing in the universe. Zara's four hands clenched. "Please," she whispered, "whatever you did to me, do it again." The next few hours passed in a blur of tests and measurements. Each time Sarah activated the neural link, the same harmonic resonance occurred, creating a bridge between their minds that defied every known principle of xenobiology. More remarkably, other human Zelenari pairs began showing similar results. "The implications are staggering," Dr. Martinez muttered, reviewing the accumulated data. "If this Kef Moran effect is real, it could revolutionize everything we know about consciousness and communication." But Sarah barely heard him. She sat across from Zara in the now unlocked cell, the neural interface creating a constant, gentle connection between them. Through the link, she had learned about Zara's life as a deep space explorer, her people's desperate search for meaning in an increasingly hostile galaxy, and their growing despair as they failed to find the mythical soul song their ancestors had promised existed. "We attacked your colonies because we were dying inside," Zara explained, her mental voice carrying depths of regret. "Not physically, but spiritually. We had given up hope of ever finding the Kef Moran. We thought if we could not have transcendence, we would at least have conquest." "And now?" Sarah asked, both aloud and through the neural link. Zara's violet eyes shimmered with what might have been tears. "Now I understand why the legend spoke of the soul song calling across impossible distances. It was calling us to you two. Humanity. We were searching the stars for something that could only be found in partnership with another species." Sarah felt the truth of it resonate through the connection. Humanity's aggressive expansion into space, their stubborn refusal to be conquered, their strange capacity for both violence and compassion. It had all led to this moment. Two species finding in each other what they couldn't find alone. What happens now? Sarah wondered. Through the neural link, Zara's answer came not in words, but in a flood of possibility images of humans and Zelenari working together, exploring the galaxy as partners, each species providing what the other lacked. It was a future neither could have imagined alone, but together it felt as inevitable as gravity. "Now," Zara said aloud, her four hands reaching toward Sarah's too, "we learn what it truly means to sing among the stars." The neural interface hummed between them, carrying the first notes of a harmony that would reshape the galaxy forever.